Hello, my name is Marcos, and I'm here to tell you about the views of marriage and love in the United Arab Emirates. How do you define the word love? When you hear the term, several blocks of concepts will emerge from our minds to fill the box of conceptions. Love is a strong desire of a particular object. Love is a universal truth. Love is an intense feeling of deep affection. Love is a common thread of all religions. Love is a feeling and emotion. Correct. But can we go beyond besides expressing your emotions toward the specific person? What comes to your mind when you hear the word ring, children, and family? Besides expressing what you feel towards the person, there is a universal concept or cultural universal that varies between culture and religion. Over time, that we call marriage. Marriage is to protect the partner's rights in relation to one another and to protect children's rights and define their interactions within a community. Our country, the Philippines, concepts of marriage rather than just the two individuals. Our ethnic weddings are traditionally a celebration of two families coming together. Marriage have always been used to bring together elite, politically important families. In the United States of America, monogamous marriage is the common form of marriage that also involves a legal union between two individuals. Means it is a relationship that involves just one partner at a time instead of to several. One partner at a time instead of several. If this technically refers to the state of being married to, then there is a term that can oppose monogamy. Mono means one, right? Poly, if it's many. Therefore, polygamous marriage does exist. It is a marriage to more than one spouse at a time. Are polygamous unions permitted in some countries? Conflicts between wives should be expected if it is legal, right? Considering that what if your spouse left the house to meet the other woman, and your husband will make plans for when to see you and when to go? Rivalry between two wives over the husband's resource and affection. You may not believe it, but it's part of their culture. There is no need to pass judgment on it. United Arab Emirates is one of the countries where it is acceptable for men to have up to four wives. It does, however, provide equal sustenance and treatment for everyone. It is all fair and square, and these motives could have religious or social underpinnings, such as stability, security, companionship, financial resources, procreation, or love. If the individuals involved are at ease and everything is with their consent, there is nothing wrong with it. It is allowed in their religion, and we are not in option whether we agree or disagree. The good thing is that the wives are not forced to have marriage because it is legal and criminal offense for fornication in UAE. Thus, they arrange contract and he has the consent to marry the woman along with the other wives. Come to think of it, we watch movies or series that involve plural marriage. And you may be wondering why I said fornication is a criminal offense when in many of the series we watch, not specifically in the UAE, women are forced to marry for wealth. Everyone arranged marriage is completely opposite to a marriage that is forced. If a person feels pressured or is expected to marry against their will, against their wishes, that is a forced marriage. On the other hand, arranged marriage involving adults who are freely consenting is legal and does not breach the law of breach legal rights. Ever heard of guardianship or guardian system in the UAE? Where the guardianship always remains with the father and the family of the father, whereas the mother will remain as the custodian. A sheikha, a woman in UAE, was a member of plural marriage and she is the second of the three wives, all of whom are married to relatively wealthy Emirati businessmen in Dubai. A few months before her 18th birthday, her father, due to guardianship, told her that he had arranged a marriage for her to a businessman in Dubai. But since her father has the guardianship, she has she had nothing to do but to follow her father's will. She is not forced the guardian system that made her step onto that place. Fortunately, she, the second wife, have such a good relationship with his two other wives, and their husband is not controlling as many others. So, another story. Someone have a friend who become a first wife. Her friend had two daughters and was widowed. The second wife has health conditions and that cannot have children. Although it's challenging, her friend said that she and her husband's second wife have a great friendship. She even instructs she even instructs her daughters to address the first wife as Umi. In the same way, any woman who was willing to share her husband and capable of putting aside their jealousy to maintain excellent harmony among their husband's wife. It is a good thing to value and balance their polyamorous relationship by respecting their partner's partner, keeping expectation realistic and setting boundaries to keep the harmony in between. Polyamory can be beneficial for some. It allows partners to explore relationship with other people in order to meet emotional needs that their partners may not be able to meet. There is a saying from a book, making love with a woman, sleep and sleeping with a woman are two separate passions. Not merely different, but opposite. Love does not make itself felt in the desire of copulation, a desire that extends to an infinite number of women, but in the desire for shared sleep, a desire limited to only one woman. She, said by Milan Kundera from the book, the unbearable lightness being is your understanding? What is your understanding to this saying? Making love with a woman versus sleeping with a woman. Do you prefer fun than the actual love? Many individuals frequently fail to see the difference between the two quite distinct activities of making love and having sexual intercourse. Whether they are men or women, sex is an instinctual and biomechanical act that everyone can perform. Making love, on the other hand, is regarded as a sensual, leisurely, and non-objective act that allows us the chance to feel the metaphysical being of oneness and is regarded as a form of art in and of itself. As a result, little of which should be present in a healthy romantic relationship and fulfilling sexual life. Love. Lovemaking is more about connecting your minds and souls through the act of sexual intercourse. And that is how United Arab Emirates marriage shows. It's a must to choose love and that's how it's a must to choose love and that's how fair UAE's polygamy because he, the spouse, provide equal sustenance and treatment to each. A man must treat his wife by learning about her, respecting, understanding, living, with her according to knowledge, valuing her femininity, keeping his prayers from being chopped down, not just the man, but it is applied to both genders because these are the basic act of spouses must do. Although most of Shika that are member of polygamous marriage experience the damage through emotions, but they got nothing to do but to put aside their jealousy and follow their husband's government. As I said, we are not in option whether we agree or disagree with the UAE's views of marriage that Sharia law states. Marriage is viewed as the only legal bond between man and woman, and we include the polygamous marriage that is also viewed as the cultural marriage in the United Arab Emirates. But should we invalidate the wife's feeling of jealousy over the husband's affection? Speaking of which, polygamy could be the result for unhappiness, loneliness, sense of competition, and jealousy, and lack of intimacy with a spouse that may lead to huge psychological impact to the wives. But as long as they are understanding and accepting each other, it is a great choice to make and create harmony and unity together. Ladies and gentlemen, I presented the views of marriage and love in United Arab Emirates, and in the relation with their concept of marriage, the polygamous marriage, where it's illegal for men to have up to four wives with its benefits or advantages and disadvantages. I came to the conclusion that no matter how complicated the relationship situation is, they stick to their husband for love despite on her husband give them lack of time. And they just simply befriend the other woman to avoid complications. Just as we stick to the people we love because they are the source of our happiness. Even if we don't see them all the time, when we are filled with sorrow, the people we love can help us find light in the darkness with their small presence.